This is us as creators, as creative types. So this became our world. It brought us information. You have your webcam, you have a Wacom, you have your mobile social apps and iPods and what have you. And you went from actually creating to curating. So you no longer actually really create anything now. So instead of really making a dress, you actually pin it on Pinterest. Instead of actually taking and developing a photograph, you throw an Instagram filter on it and you make it into something else. In fact, you really don't create anything now. We actually curate most of the experiences that we have. And I always feel like as much as we create, or we call ourselves creatives, we are moving now into a curation culture. Whereas things that we develop and make, I always say you don't have to make it perfect. So everything launches in beta, everything's about being now. I always say in this space, it's always about being first, not about having it crafted. And that's the challenge for a creative type, is what happens when the process that you have as far as trial and error is now voided out because you have to get to market before anybody else. So if your product, if you want it to be perfect, you have to be perfect first. I would say Google has a mentality of tinkering, and Apple has a mentality of launching perfection. And when Apple Maps comes out with glitches, well, no one wants to download it. But Google Maps can have glitches all day long, and it's accepted. Two different cultures. And I always say we tend to go more toward the Apple culture, where we want things to be perfect and to launch immediately, so we can be in market first and be acknowledged, even though the ideas that we have may not have been as crafted if we were cavemen and we were more into the trial and error phase, where we allowed for mistakes to happen, and that influenced the creative process. Because in the world of everything being transparent, mistakes are not looked upon as creative, whereas when you're a craftsman, mistakes are a part of the creative process.